tomorrow is the International Women's Day.
It is.
And you've been supporting Entrepreneur and many other organizations for like years.
And it was lovely. We always adore your supporters.
What have you done as Barbara and as Avon for women?
But many of you, I think, I assume, know Avon as a company. We are in the market since so many years, but we are in the world since over 130 years. And whatever we do since so many years is just supporting women. We have a business model that allows everyone to earn a decent living, to increase their earnings and to support their families. But that's not the only thing that we do. We take care also about some big social responsibilities, like for example the fight against breast cancer. We have another great social responsibility, that is the support against domestic abuse and the support for women that have been a victim of domestic violence. And since a while we have the big support for entrepreneurship, and that's why we're here and that's why we work with you every day.
Let me ask you another question. So everyone here, they have their own stories. What about your story? Why did you start this first place?
We have like what, 2 hours, 3 hours to speak? No, a little bit less. My story is long. I'm almost 50, so I mean, I've lived a long piece of my life. But I think that we can summarize my life into 2 major pieces. The first one is that during all these years, I have been blessed with many changes. And I'm saying blessed because many times change is scary. It can scare people off. It can make you feel that you're not up to it, especially when it's a very drastic change or when it's a life-changing event. And I cannot deny that many times I was scared to death. Like, for example, in 2011, when for the company I moved to Egypt, and guys, that year was a big mess here, and I left my country, and it was not easy, but I embraced it. So here is my advice for everyone, is just embrace change, although it might look scary, and I don't know how to say it. The scarier it is, the better it will be for you, because it will teach you big lessons. And it's okay, by the way, to feel lost, or like you don't really know what's going to happen, and you might feel demotivated for 2-3 days. Normally when I go through big changes, I lose my capability of speech. I stop speaking to everyone for 2 or 3 days. But then I embrace it and I start back with the new way of life, because life brings a lot of surprises, so just embrace it.
Talking surprises, I heard you're preparing a surprise. By the way, this is another announcement for another competition that Barbara is going to talk about in a bit, so stay tuned for the rest of the talk. So, for the time being, please tell me, why Shikam? Why do you partner up with us every year? We're blessed to have you as a partner.
We partner with you because you're great, and I'm not saying just to flatter you. We're partnering with Shikam because I think that the reason is sitting in front of us. Look at these beautiful women, guys! A big clap for you. You are fantastic. You are the future of this country, because the future is women, and we know that, although it might not accommodate everyone, but that's a reality. And that's why we partner with you every year to support more and more of these events and more of these beautiful ladies sitting here, happy to listen and to get advices.
Let me ask you, a lot of our participants are starters. We face a lot of challenges and disappointments. So what's your advice? What can you tell us from your experience and what you've seen with all the women you work with?
I've gone through many failures in my life. And life is not, as I said before, life is not easy. It brings, in many cases, more failures than successes. But it's only through failures that you actually adjust if you look at the big successful people in the world, there are not many, right? For every Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, there are other millions who tried the same but did not succeed. The point is that you are the only one who can make your success or just break it.
So success can come at any time. It's not late to have a fresh start.
A fresh start is always, it can happen every day. It's just a way of reinventing yourself. You have within yourself an immense amount of resources. So even if you fail, the fresh start starts tomorrow, because you can always fix what you're doing.
So, most of you, you know that we were working on a competition, a very nice competition, and we had a very decent pitch for some of the startups we hosted at Entrepreneur, and it's time to announce the winner.
Yes, many of you have, maybe we can stand up for this. Many of you might have probably seen it. We had launched a challenge that we call the Green Challenge. But in order to speak about this, I would call on stage the country manager of Avon Egypt, Mohammed Farouk.
مساء الخير. طبعا سعيد بوجودي في شيكان ايفنت، والرؤيه بتاعت شيكان ايفنت طبعا متفقه تماما مع رؤيه هدف ايفون في مصر وفي العالم من دعم وتمكين المراه. والسنه دي عملنا حاجه جديده، زي ما انتم عرفتوا احنا بقينا جزء من جروب كبير اسمه ناتورا كو. ناتورا كو بقى ناو ذا فورس بيوتي كومباني فور ذا وورلد، وكلمه فور ذا وورلد مش ان ذا وورلد، فور ذا وورلد عشان الشركه دي ليها اهداف كبيره جدا جدا جدا، انها تحافظ على البيئه. اوكي.
Yeah, let's have the startups on stage.
في الاطار ده احنا عملنا مسابقه للمشاريع اللي هي بتحاول تبقى ليها اثر ايجابي على البيئه، وكان في 3 مشاريع وصلوا للتصفيات النهائيه واتفتحوا للبابليك فوتنج. المشاريع ال3 كان ويست مارشي وريبيكا وبلاستيكو. طبعا سعيد جدا ان انا بعلن ان الفائز هو بلاستيكو ب 40%.
بلاستيكو 150,000. Congratulations.
150,000 جنيه. الف مبروك.
Thank you so much. It was amazing to be from the stand for her challenge, Green Challenge. It was very exciting, and it's an honor to be here in front of all these entrepreneurs and the success stories. I would like to thank all my colleagues and competitors. All the products are amazing, and thank you so much for the...
ألف مبروك. مبروك.
Yeah, we thank you.
It's good.
So, it's time for a new competition for all of you. Are you interested for a new competition? Anybody wants to win anything? Clap, do anything, guys, come on. Okay, yes? You want to talk about it?
Yeah, we have, as you can see, we are awarding entrepreneurship from women. And as I mentioned before, we have some big social responsibility worldwide, globally. And one of the major social responsibility that we have is the fight against domestic violence and the support for women that have been abused or have suffered domestic violence. We have a commitment globally. Since 2014, the Avon Foundation is collecting funding and it's organizing workshops and it's partnering with a lot of associations around the world and businesses in order to support these women that have gone through very bad times. So we have thought that this would be the right time to launch this challenge, and that many of you might actually help with this. And the award for this challenge is 100,000 Egyptian pounds, and Rania will explain better.
طيب هقول لكم تاني شروط المسابقة واللي هيحصل فيها. ايفون هتقدم جايزة 100,000 جنيه لمشروع، المشروع ده هيكون ليه بعد اجتماعي وهو حل مشكلة العنف المنزلي. اي حد هيقدم حل، سواء ورش عمل، ابلكيشن، فكره مبتكره، وكل ما الفكره تبقى مبتكره اكتر ده بيزود فرصكم اكتر. احسن فكره هتاخد جايزه، الجايزه دي هتساعدنا ان هي تنفذ المشروع. ابداوا قدموا من دلوقتي لانه الوقت هيبقى ضيق قوي وكتير قوي هيقدموا، ولكن هي فرصه حقيقيه لحد فيكم يبقى عنده فريش ستارت. ما تكسلوش، احنا هنساعدكم وبالتوفيق ليكم كلكم. شكرا لك. Thank you Barbara.
Thank you, and we will be waiting for a lot of applications. Thank you again.